start of a new spring here in the UK and the start of a new season of sailing and adventure for us. In last week's episode we left Portland, where we'd been wintering, and made a very short first sail of the season to Weymouth. We're only going to be here a couple of weeks and we do have a couple of jobs we want to get done, but with Ocean Melody in much better shape than she was last year, we aren't quite as frantic with boat work, so we're able to start living the life we set out to live, enjoying the boat, enjoying where we are, and enjoying spending quality time with each other. However, like everyone these days, we're looking for ways to live within our means.
So let's talk about a subject that us British don't like to talk about much: finances. Now, like a lot of people in the UK currently, and well, globally I think, we are financially struggling. The price of food, the cost of living has just gone through the roof, and unfortunately for us, over winter especially, our income has gone down, and because we've been in marinas, our expenses have gone up. So one way we're trying to pull in the purse strings is just being a bit more frugal and budgeting a bit more. So today I'm on a mission to do a big shop. I want to do kind of 10 days worth of meals and try and get it under £40, which Ollie's singing in the background, which might sound ridiculous to some people. It might sound like a lot to other people. It'd be really interesting to know. It would be really interesting to know what your weekly shop budget is. But anyway, I'm just gonna have a quick sit down, have a look to see what I've got in the cupboards. I like to add to what we've got in the cupboards, just so we've got a bit of tinned and dried stock as we go. So I don't want to completely deplete my stores. If it was Andy and I, we'd probably just live on beans and toast and, you know, be quite happy. But obviously we've got 2 growing boys, so I want to make a point of making sort of healthy and nutritious meals. Plus snacks. Snacks are the biggest issue. I can live without snacks. I know Andy and Jack definitely can't live without snacks. Well, actually, Jack could probably live without snacks, but Andy can't. You can't live without snacks, can you, Darwin? No. He gets hungry very quickly. He works very hard on the boat and he needs to replenish his fuel. And obviously you can tell that Andy is wasting away, so clearly don't give him enough snacks. Down here, I've got a couple of cupboards in the galley that's pretty stocked up with food, so we're not, you know, we're not desperate, just trying to live on a budget. So this is our dry storage. So we've got rice and stuff which I want to top up, pasta, corn for popcorn, and dried chickpeas and lentils and things which are great for soups and curries. Got some more food. I've got some leftover bread in there because I'm going to make a bread pudding later. And then this cupboard's starting to look a bit better. There's some tinned stuff, sugar in there. Yeah, so that's what I need to work out exactly what I need. I'm going to stack them. Yeah. Right, what we got? Beans. Yeah, sit down. Sit down. You like beans? No.
I do get some beans.
However, just after saying we're not going to live on beans and toast, Ollie has just helped me sort out the cupboard and see what we've got, and he's spotted the beans, so he's having beans on toast before his nap. He didn't sleep very well last night, so he's a bit emotional, aren't you, Ollie? I'm also a bit emotional because he didn't sleep very well. Should we do them all so everyone can have some?
Beans on toast.
Beans on toast.
And they come and mix on toast.
Yeah.
They come and mix with a spoon. I want to come and mix.
You filming?
Yeah.
I want to come and mix. Corn on the cob.
Oh, beans on the hob.
Beans on the cob.
Beans on the hob.
Beans.
Don't do the tap. hold the spoon. You want to crack one?
Yeah.
Ollie wants to crack one.
I just want to crack one.
Okay, but we'll have. You can't do it over there because
And I crack one.
it's too hot. So
And I crack one.
can you crack it in the bowl for me?
I crack it in the bowl.
You cracked it in the bowl. Well done. Happy now. Right, we need to get the plates, don't we? We get the plates. We need one for Daddy,
Ooh.
one for
Mummy.
Mummy, one for
Jack.
Jack. That's 1, 2, 3. Who else needs a plate?
Daddy's.
What about Ollie? One for Ollie? Yeah? One for Ollie? Yeah.
Toast.
Thank you. You got toast. Thank you very much, darling.
Ollie's just gone to bed, so I've got some headspace to think now. But I just need to write a list before I go shopping. I find that that's the key to kind of sticking to a budget, is plan it, because I often go in there with a rough idea of what I want to cook for dinner and then just end up buying loads of random stuff, which all gets used, but not enough to make 10 meals. So I've written a list of food meals that I want to cook.
Go on then. What's the verdict?
What's the verdict? I know you're a meat eater through and through, so we'll
Yep.
have some veggie dinners to try and keep it down. So we've got toad in the hole,
Yes.
obviously the sausages,
Lovely.
spaghetti bolognese,
Lovely.
vegetable chilli and rice,
Lovely.
that'll be a veg dish, lentil dal and naan.
Okay.
Can you cope with that?
Yeah. Just about.
Homemade pizza,
Lovely.
shepherd's pie,
Lovely.
roast chicken legs, like roast chicken dinner. We'll
Yeah.
do that on Easter Sunday.
Yes, that'd be nice.
Sausages again, sausage and mash, just because we've got a load of sausages in the freezer.
Fine.
And
I could
then,
eat sausages every day.
like a tuna pasta salad.
Fab.
Is that right?
And you reckon you can do all of that for 40 quid?
I don't know. Well, that's dinners. We've got breakfast and lunch and snacks.
Okay.
So it's going to be soup pretty much every day.
Soup for lunch every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, you know, is good for you, Andy. There'll be some eggs on toast
Yeah.
and some beans on toast.
That's fine.
And it'll either be, well, it'll probably be porridge every day, but we have porridge pretty much every day anyway.
Yeah.
And maybe the odd day of pancakes.
Nice.
Snacks, I've got apples, bananas, carrot sticks, cucumber, cheese, Greek yogurt, and then sweet treats. I'm going to make flapjacks, Rice Krispie cakes, banana bread, or a bread pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Amazing.
think that should keep us going. Obviously, we'll have to top up with milk.
This was the news with Melissa Bennington's dinner.
So what I'm actually going to do now is just to see if it's achievable, because I might swap the list around a bit, is take a photo and upload it to ChatGPT and ask how much it thinks that my shopping is going to be in Aldi. Aldi. Now on this list, and I'm not counting this in the food shop, there's baby wipes, nappies and washing up liquid. £35.68. Now I don't believe that. I will be very surprised if I can get this shop under £40. And obviously I need to restrain myself from putting any extras in the trolley. Anyway, off we go. It's a bit of a gross day. It's very protected in here though, even though it's pretty windy. You probably can't hear us because I haven't got any special mics on. But drop the rubbish off.
And then we go shopping.
Go shopping. I bought my handy assistant begrudgingly. Nobody wants to go shopping with their mum. Right, I'll give you a proper tour of the showers and toilet block another time, but we're currently still very lucky in the respect, well, I don't know whether it's very lucky because we've got to tax and insure it and put fuel in it, but we're currently in a situation where we still have my dad's car. That means that I can go to a shop of my choosing, not one just in walking distance, but I'm going to play car roulette because Andy was the last person to drive the car and I don't know where he parked it. Not too far. It is a bit full though. I've got some sails in there because I've got some old sailcloth that we got, and I want to make some things to sell. Are we driving? Because we're not going to Asda because I want to go to the cheapest supermarket, and I'm doing a big shop, so otherwise I'm going to have to carry all that stuff back. I'm going on a mystery tour because I don't actually know where Aldi is. Mission failed. It came to £44 and something pence, but I'm still quite happy with that because I added some extras and we could probably do an extra meal or two out of what I bought. There you go, that's what, £45 buys you in Aldi. There was a couple of bits that weren't on the list, so it probably would have been under £45 had I been more restrained. Just been outside and it's raining and it's gross. First meal of the 10-day budget.
You want to what? What do you want?
A pie,
please.
Andy just said pie, but we're not having pie. We're having mashed potato, broccoli, and I'm making toad in the hole. And in the meantime, whilst that's cooking, I am making birthday cake because it's somebody's birthday tomorrow.
Petting farm. Mummy, what is a petting farm? It's a place where you get to meet Daddy Pig. This is the petting farm. And there's some water.
It looks worse on camera. Jack loves toad in the hole, but he hasn't had it for a long time. This is what the boys are doing.
We're getting wow wow.
You're doing wow wows, are you?
Yeah.
Ollie,
I'm building the tower.
building a tower. Whose birthday is it tomorrow?
Yes.
Is it Ollie's birthday tomorrow?
Little one.
A yellow one, that's right.
Oh, okay. Good.
Can you find a blue one?
I want the blue one.
Oh dear.
Sorry, Oliver.
And this is the green one.
A green one.
No, just wait. Just.
There you go. It looks like masses, but we asked for these plates to be small for our cupboard. So it's not as huge as it looks, honest. Birthday preparations are underway. Ollie is just going to sleep now. But I'm making a happy birthday banner. And Jack is making a dinosaur to go on top of the cake that I'm making. That's his inspiration. But it's
Different colour. Completely.
a blue dinosaur.
Yep.
Because why not? What?
It's Piff, the magic dragon.
No, just going to put it all on the cake now.
About 3 weeks ago, I got an email from another power bank company saying, can we send you one of our power banks to review? And I said no, because I said we've already got plenty of power banks and lithium batteries on the boat. We've got our main house bank, which is the Acceleron batteries that we installed and hardwired in. We've got the Bluetti stuff and we've got the EcoFlow stuff, and we're really happy with it. And I was like, I don't want another one really, and I haven't got room for it on the boat. But they sent me a link to it, and they said, yeah, but this one's a little bit different because you can actually jumpstart your engine off it. And that got me thinking. I was thinking, well, the big downside to lithium batteries is you can't really jumpstart the engine off them. You can, but they don't like it. They haven't got the circuitry in there to, I think the way that the ones that do it is they have like a big bank of capacitors that charge up and will give that high output current of amps, you know, cranking amps for your engine. So I suspect that's the way it's done. I don't really know. It sounds like witchcraft to me. But anyway, I said no to this company, and then they said, yeah, but you can start your engine off this one. The other thing I said to them was, well, look, if you send me one, I don't really want it, and I haven't really got room on the boat, even if it's amazing. So I need to know now that you're okay with me selling it on eBay or Facebook or to one of our followers if I decide I don't want it. And they said, yeah, that's totally fine. You can once you've reviewed it and showed it on the internet, you can flog it if you want to. And I thought, oh, okay, fair enough, because none of these people pay us for doing these reviews. They just send you the product and you review it, and then you get to keep it. And there's no financial benefit to that unless you can then sell it on. So I said, you know, I need to make sure that I can sell this thing. And they said, yeah, it's totally fine. So they sent it to me, and I'm going to show it to you, but I've decided that you can't buy it off me because it's that good that I don't want to actually sell it. And you can actually start your car engine or your camper van engine or your boat engine off it. And it's small. You can pick it up in one hand. So here it is. That's it. Okay. Now, it's a bit like one of those jump starter packs with the jump leads that you get on that's got a battery in, but it's like one of those on steroids. It's 12.8 kilos, I think. It's so lightweight. So this is the VT Omen. I think that's how you pronounce it. VT Omen or Vitoman. Well, I don't veto it anyway. You've got your 3 AC outputs on the front here. Then you've got your USBs, your USB-Cs, your cigarette lighter socket, yada yada yada, all the stuff that you'd normally expect, and of course your LCD screen on the front there. Here you've got sockets for your jump lead. You buy this cable separately, I should add, but that cable plugs in there. Once that cable's plugged in, you can stick it straight to the starter batteries and you can jump start your engine from it. And for that, it's got a boost button on, and for that reason alone I think it's a no-brainer. So I'm afraid I'm not going to sell it, which I thought I originally was going to do. Oh, the other thing it's got is an LED light on the back. Because it's so portable and you can literally pick it up in one hand, you can use it outside with all your power tools and your grinder and what have you, and there isn't that kind of barrier to thinking, oh, flipping heck, I've got to lug that great big heavy thing outside. You get that little pouch with all the cables, and there's loads of different cables that come with it. This solar panel is 220 watts, and it just does that. You just fold it out, and obviously then you can position it to the sun however you like, and it just folds up like so. It's got a handle on the top as a grab and go kind of thing. For most people aren't living aboard, most people this would be absolutely ideal, because you can take it to the boat. You could run your whole boat off it, the whole 12-volt circuit, your 240-volt circuit, everything off this, and it would do the job completely fine for camper vans, for camping. It's like I say, it's perfect, and you can just literally stick it not just in the boot of the car but in the footwell of the car. As you know, we've been sent a few of this type of thing now, and this is an amazing piece of kit. I'm really impressed with it. 1,548 watt hours. It's got the LiFePO 4 type of battery, which is really important to check, because LiFePO 4 is the safest type of battery. It's the one that doesn't burst into flames like that car Richard Hammond was driving. It's got DC input of 12 to 60 volts. The inverter in there is pure sine wave, which is very important because it's much kinder and it protects things like your tablets and your phones and your laptops and things like that. It's just a very, very handy, usable piece of kit. And as I say, I initially sent them back a politely worded email saying, thank you very much, but we're not interested. We've got enough of that kind of thing on the boat and we haven't even got space for it. And since I've had it, I've used it more than any of the others because it's so portable. It's really, really good. So that is the Vitoman Jump 220 with the solar panel. And the only downsides, right, there are two downsides. The jump cable is purchased separately. The other thing that I've noticed is when it's charging, there's a fan. And when the fan kicks in, it is quite noisy. I wouldn't hesitate, and I'm afraid you can't have it because I'm keeping it because it doesn't take up as much room as I thought it was going to, and it's just too useful. Somebody commented on the last one saying, why are you advertising another power bank when you've got, I don't know what they were remarking on, but they're saying you've got X, Y and Z to do and you're advertising another power bank. And it's like, well, if somebody sends us one and it's rubbish, we'll either send it back or refuse to review it or what have you. I couldn't say no to this. It's so good. Right, I'm going to shut up now and carry on with the video. So my aim when it comes to sailing is to be as lazy as humanly possible, and that's why one of the best pieces of equipment that I've got on the boat, alongside, you know, our solar panels and, you know, the dinghy and the Orca system and our new sails from Precision Sails, we've actually got an even better piece of equipment, which is a child. The child is indispensable, so I will try quite hard to stop him falling overboard. Because that would be, you know, quite expensive to replace and incur quite a lot of paperwork. So with that in mind, we're back in Weymouth today, we're back in Portland today, so that Jack can do the next stage of his sailing. Jack, explain what you did earlier in the year.
Well, last year I did my RYA level 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And hopefully I can take over Dad when he's being lazy, as he said.
Yeah, so he's come here today to have some tuition with one of the tutors at the Simpson Centre, which is absolutely awesome. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute, or Jack will. And let's get to the sailing, because I really need Jack to be able to take control of the boat when, you know, he's better than an autopilot, better than a hydrovane, and just the only thing is he's quite expensive to feed. So this is Lewis. Hello. Lewis is going to be Jack's instructor for today. Now, Jack's already done his level 1 and level 2 RYA, so what are you going to be doing with Jack today?
So we're going to be working towards some of the stage 3 syllabus. So we're going to be looking at our upwind and downwind sailing, how we can make best use of the boat upwind, really.
Cool. Brilliant. So you should be significantly further on by the end of today than you were. Yeah.
Looking for that nice.
And being zests or lasers?
Yeah, so it'll be zests, but we'll have our jibs up as well.
Oh, brilliant.
So we're practicing that double-handed technique as well.
Oh, great. Okay. You know Jack's profoundly deaf and he's got cochlear implants. Mm-hmm. Cool. And yeah, that's about it really. So sometimes with the implant, it's like the implant is in a case like this, and the microphone in it's terrible. So he can hear, but it's like hearing somebody talking from under a pillow.
Yeah, a bit muffled.
So you have to be quite sort of clear.
Yeah.
But there you go, you have that.
Okay.
And I'll film from a distance.
Yeah.
Cheers, Lewis.
Absolutely, that's no problem.
This is not just a sailing school, it's a part of the Andrew Simpson Foundation, a brilliant charity that helps people from all walks of life get out on the water and build confidence through sailing. Named after Andrew Bart Simpson, an incredible sailor who won Olympic medals and competed in the Emeritus Cup before tragically passing in 2013. They do amazing work with people who have additional needs, and they even run special days for deaf people who want to learn how to sail. It's all about making the sport more inclusive and giving everyone the chance to experience the freedom and fun of being out on the water. I've already completed my RYA level 1 and 2 in dinghy sailing, and today I'm back to keep improving my skills and enjoy another great day out on the water. Such a good cause, and it's brilliant to be a part of it.
Is it your birthday?
It's your birthday.
It is your birthday.
And how old are you today?
It's your birthday.
You're 2 today. It's a present for Ollie.
A fruit.
What's that? That's your favourite fruit.
Yeah. Banana. And watermelon.
Watermelon.
Yeah.
The little knife.
We'll get the table down and then you can chop it. You're trying to wrap it back up. Ready?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Oliver. Happy birthday to you.
And this one. And again.
Get a bit closer.
What's that?
It's a dinosaur.
Get closer. Blow the candle. Well done. And look what's on your cake.
Make a wish.
Is it a dinosaur cake?
Made that for you. It's a rotund dinosaur.
A blue dinosaur.
Yeah. We'll take the candles off.
Yeah, I'm glad you recognise that as a dinosaur, not a dragon.
Blue dinosaur.
So in an effort to live on a budget, we took Ollie to this fantastic place called Kingston Malwood, which is about a 20-minute drive from Weymouth, and it's completely free. It's amazing. There's all these animals, there's a play barn there and slides and stuff, and Ollie had the best day. He absolutely loves farm animals. We packed coffee and cake and snacks, so it didn't cost us a penny. And Ollie had the best birthday ever. He was absolutely knackered by the end of the day, but thoroughly enjoyed every minute of it.